Welcome back to another episode of Soulcalibur 6 Ranked Matches. Today we dive into the unpredictable world of Voldo, one of the most unique challenging characters in the game. Voldo's unorthodox fighting style will keep you guessing. With his twist and contorting movements, he can easily confuse and frustrate his opponents. It's a true spectacle to behold. I'm still looking for players to join the online tournaments. Now for every 50 new subscribers this channel gets, I will be giving away $50 to one lucky subscriber via Cash App until we reach our ultimate goal of 2,000 subscribers. And if you happen to have your own YouTube channel, I will subscribe to your channel as well. I think all YouTube creators should subscribe to one another's channels to help each other's channel grow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the like button down below. Don't forget to check out the community page to see the latest image poll. I have also created a new playlist called Announcements so you can stay informed with everything you need to know about this channel, including upcoming events, tournaments, raffles, and giveaways. And if you really want to support this channel, any donation, big or small, will help. Just send me a text message with the word donation to my cell phone number at 862-405-2191 and I will provide you with the Cash App link. It's the same number you can use to enter into the raffles. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thrilling content. Until next time, keep perfecting your move and mastering the art of Soulcalibur. Alright, here we go. So let's get into Voldo's story, right? Let's get into some of the endings in the beginning. Let's start off with Soul Edge. Now it says here in Soul Edge, in the end, it says Voldo opens the door to Versasie's tomb. He approaches the throne, but begins to rub the Soul Edge onto his face. And then it says here in the good ending, he places the sword on the altar. Versasie's ghost appears and says to Voldo that he has done well. He asks Voldo to guard Soul Edge and sit on his throne. The player can switch the camera view from Voldo to Versasie's ghost while he talks by pressing the X button. Now it says here in the bad ending, by pressing the left right very quickly, Voldo begins to caress the blades faster and faster until he shatters them. And then Voldo is slumped down, looking at the pieces in despair, while he hears Versasie exclaim to him his name. Now in Soulcalibur, the moment he grabs the evil sword, a flood of evil energy pours through Voldo's body, and it made him wither in agony and in pain. Now entrust your soul to the sword, a familiar voice echoed in his mind. As he gave in to the power of the sword, the pain dissolved miraculously, and his memory along with his youth returned. The image of his dead master was reflected in his eyes now, wide open, his master's wish finally fulfilled, as was his, and in the empty solitary darkness of this place he found eternal bliss. Now that was the ending in Soulcalibur. Now in Soulcalibur 2, in the familiar darkness, Voldo welcomed the moment of the bliss, and he carried the sacred sword to the altar. His master's wish was about to be fulfilled. At the very moment, the dearest wish came true, and Voldo heard a familiar voice once again. He will lurk in the shadows for eternity, to protect his master, even to this day. Now, just to give you guys an insight, what Voldo is protecting is Versasie's treasure, his gold. He had her in a secret place, and he entrusted Voldo to take care of it until he died. And then Voldo, was just there waiting and protecting. So I know that they haven't gotten to that part, or I don't know if they ever are going to mention, but that's just to give you guys a quick insight. Now, in Soulcalibur 3, it says here, Voldo is seen at the secret money pit. See, that's what they call it. It's a secret money pit, but it's really the guy's treasure. Carrying Soul Edge in his hand. He puts a rattling barrel at the ground and steps forward, and offers Soul Edge to his master, who is speaking to him through a giant statue. The input command shows up the Voldo's master's congratulations to him for successfully retrieving Soul Edge. Now if you put the input ending, Voldo turns around remembering that the barrel he placed on the ground and knocks it down the barrel. The barrel breaks open, revealing a lizardman. Wearing Voldo's mask, Voldo and the lizardman bow to the master statue, and the scene fades out. So yeah, I guess when the crate breaks, the lizardman comes out, but instead of like having a clash of battles or an intruder, the lizardman is wearing a Voldo mask. So they both bow to the statue, like his master statue. So that's what they're trying to get at here. So it says here, no input ending. Voldo Masters tells him that even though he did a good job in retrieving Soul Edge, it's still not enough. Voldo's Masters orders him to retrieve souls, to appeal to Soul Edge. Voldo leaves to do this, but as he's become possessed by the evil of Soul Edge. So now we get into Soulcalibur 4, which to me is the best Soulcalibur till date. I would say 2 is a close runner-up, but then like all my Soulcalibur is 2 or 4. Everything else was okay. So I hope when they make 7, they do a really good job, because we are falling behind Tekken, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. So guys, we gotta rise as a community and get them to do Soulcalibur 7, but do it special. You know, because the game is very special. They have to give us an amazing story with new characters. Like, they just have to. So, getting back to the story. As Voldo looks at Soul Edge, Versasie's voice can be heard saying, "Now, take this sword and give your soul to me." Before Voldo goes and grabs the sword, he looks back at Versace, who is depicted it as a bright floating light. So he's no longer the statue, right? Versace cries out to Voldo, "Don't be fooled." The screen fades into black and then shows Voldo placing Soul Edge onto the throne. A group of thieves and soldiers then enters the room, but they don't make it as far as Voldo takes out every one of them. Remember, he's there to keep the gold safe, like keep this money pit, secret. Any intruders are gonna get dealt with. He then bows to the Soul Edge and he walks away. The text only epilogue says that the cursed sword will never be held by mankind again as long as the guardian of the sword keeps his vigil. Meaning, as long as he's guarding this sword that's not in his master's treasure, ain't nobody gonna touch this sword. Now there is no Soulcalibur 5, it just skips straight to 6. Yo, he really thought he had me, bro. Like, if you watch this fight, like, he was like super excited because he won the first 2 rounds, and then I just swept his ass 3 in a row. I hope he accepts my rematch right now. Like, he was really cocky, like you got me those first 2, but like, you didn't win the thing, bro. It's 3 wins. Like, come on. I got he accepted, but you saw how soup he was, like, get destroyed, bro. Alright, let's get into the final one. So it says here, Soulcalibur 6. The bunny pit was an expensive deep hole in the middle of an island in the ocean. It was created as a place to hoard the magnificent treasures collected by Versace, a weapons dealer. Naturally, such fortune attracted the attention of more than a handful of thieves. But the money pit was not without its protection. So I guess this is where we got the thing. It took all the way to Soulcalibur 6 to go into more details of the money pit. So obviously, the one who's protecting it is Voldo. So in addition to the numerous traps, it was guarded by a character wielding strange weapons. Versace's former right-hand man, Voldo, having lived in the pit since the death of his master, he has lost his eyesight, but he still continues to deal out the cruel punishments to any who dares attempt to steal his master's valuables. So now on top of that, bro, Voldo is like, he's blind, dude. Like, yet he could still, he fights in the, obviously he's blind, everything is the darkness, but imagine the money pit, it's in the middle of an island in a hole, everything is empty, like, it's crazy, right? So anyways, anyone who dares to, attempt to steal his master's gold, you're gonna get dealt with ASAP. So it says here, let me see where it goes here. Alright, so Voldo left the money pit for a short period to search for his master's most desired treasure, which was Soul Edge, the ultimate weapon. During the time of the Great Storm Flood, he parted the money pit, causing extensive damage to many of his traps that were destroyed. Voldo did not, he did his best to make the repairs, but he wasn't able to put everything back in order. Man, looks like I ran out of time, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I see you guys on the next time.
Don't forget to subscribe!